You know, the fact that Mr. Trump, as a presidential candidate, says that he's ready and wants to stop the war in Ukraine, we take that very seriously. Well, I haven't seen his ideas on how exactly he's going to do that, and that is the key question. But I have no doubt that he says that sincerely, and we support that.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. And we got to talk about what Putin just said. It seems the world is preparing for another Trump presidency, almost like the substitute teacher's time's done and we're getting the real teacher back. And what a mess we have to clean up. I'm waiting to see how the media is going to spin this and make Trump the bad guy. But it seems that Putin is ready to speak with Trump and create a peace agreement with Ukraine. While Biden is busy slashing on Putin, calling him a crazy SOB or a war criminal, there's negotiations that need to be done, and sending weapons to Ukraine to go against Russian soldiers is not the direction the United States should be heading into with Russia.
Ukraine came to us and asked for the authorization to use weapons that we're providing to defend against this aggression, including against Russian forces that are massing on the Russian side of the border and then attacking into Ukraine. That went right to the president, and as you've heard, he's approved the use of our weapons for that purpose.
So, yeah, the Biden administration has been advocating for this war the whole time, forcing us to pick sides and demanding we support Ukraine. The Ukrainian flag became the new BLM flag until the Palestinian flag became the new pride flag, and the pride flag trumps them all. But I digress. The media can't flip this anymore, and protecting Biden's rhetoric must be a hard task for the MSM. I'm interested to see what they're going to say about the idea of Trump talking to Putin for a plan to end the war with Russia and Ukraine. Biden wants Putin to be the enemy and openly calls him a war criminal. Watch how Putin responds.
Президент США Байден снова с хамским высказыванием в ваш адрес выступил. С хамским, да. Не хочется цитировать, но все-таки это президент США, скажу. Он сказал ваш адрес сумасшедший сукин сын. Вы никогда в адрес никакого лидера не то что ничего подобного не говорили, но даже каких-то некорректных высказываний себе не позволяли. Вот сейчас также отреагируете?
Послушайте, мы же с вами недавно говорили, и вы меня спрашивали, кто для нас предпочтительнее в качестве будущего президента. Я с Соединенных Штатов. Я сказал, что мы будем работать с любым президентом. Но я полагаю, что для нас, для России, Байден более предпочтительный президент. И судя по тому, что он сейчас сказал, я абсолютно прав. Потому что это адекватная реакция на то, что было сказано с моей стороны. Почему? Потому что он же не может мне сказать: Володя, молодец, спасибо, ты мне очень помог. Мы понимаем, что там происходит с внутриполитической точки зрения. И эта реакция абсолютно адекватная. А значит, я был прав. И то, что я говорил прежде всего для нашей аудитории, а не для американской. Вы же российский журналист, поэтому и вы меня спросили, что для нас лучше. Вот я как тогда сказал, так и сейчас считаю, и могу повторить: Байден.
It seems apparent that the Democrats want more war and are bloodthirsty for conflicts around the world. One of the first things the Biden administration did when they got into office is restore foreign aid to Palestine, which literally gave money to Hamas, a terrorist organization, so they can send missiles to Israel. And remember how Trump got grilled at a CNN town hall because he said he wants people to stop dying?
Just made there. Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying, Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying.
It would be amazing if this conflict can get resolved. The media will spin it into some kind of backdoor deal that doesn't benefit Ukraine. I imagine that is the narrative they will push. The thing is, Americans were safer during the Trump administration. I'm going to leave you guys with this last clip of a story that's going viral by Wesley Hunt about Trump's interaction with Taliban leaders.
You can talk. I'm going to give you my favorite President Trump story. This is my #1 favorite of all time. When we were negotiating with the Taliban, while President Trump was still the president, President Trump wanted to get out of Afghanistan, but he wanted a conditions-based withdrawal. meaning that you do what we tell you to do, and then we will start pulling troops back slowly as long as you abide by our rules. It's President Trump and Mike Pompeo, and they are talking to Taliban leadership in the room, and they had one translator in the room. President Trump looked at the Taliban leader and said this: I want to leave Afghanistan, but it's going to be a conditions-based withdrawal. And translator translated. And he said, if you harm a hair on a single American, I'm going to kill you. And the translator goes, and Trump goes, tell him.
Yes.
Tell him what I said. Tell him what I said. Reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room.
Sure did.
Do you know for 18 months not a single American was killed in Afghanistan?
Sure did.
That's the definition of strength. That's what I'm talking about. And so you could imagine that kind of sentiment being around the world. If we have an embassy in another country, no one's going to touch it because they're going to be fearful that they'll get a Moab on their head. That's how President Trump rolls. This is the opposite of strength.